on a big adventure! Russian floral! Boom! Here goes! Neutralize! A little ambiance. Shabam! Boing, boing, boom! Reconstitute!
Glad to be working with you.
Nothing could make me happier than having your trust. Disappear!
Water jet! elimination. Flicker.
Here comes the catch. Quietly now. Step right up. Let's get this show on the road. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
Defract. Here you are. I miscalculated.
Quietly now. Here comes the catch.
Scatter. Flicker. Plans changed.
And voila! Right up. A round of applause. Busted.
Go! Here you are. Defract.
Game's up. Fun's over.
Process of elimination. Flicker. Well now.
Take it easy. Here comes the catch.
Inadmissible evidence! Motion to compel!
Now disappear!
show on the road! Stay calm, stay calm.
Gotcha!
Boom boom!
Busted!
Quick! Drop! Curtains.
Thank you for permitting, no, inviting me to join.
You're dead meat! Look alive! Hi! You're toast!
We shall prevail!
Magic wave! Carving waves! Amazing! Into the fire!
Grant us your blessing!
You asked for it! The challenges this domain poses are way different from the pilgrimage of the Return of the Sacred Flame. But we're winning this. That I'm sure of. After all, no matter what we face, no one fights alone. That'll never change. Pre-departure rituals are important. Put your hand on mine and say it with me. Fight, fight, fight! Victory is in sight!
So many books. Let's see here. Get a load of this one. This story is about a mercenary whose only skill is that he's an exceptional liar. He goes and gets himself hired by 3 different employers, all of which are mutual enemies. And so, he's forced to spin ever more ludicrous lies to keep himself alive and keep the morrow rolling in. You know what? I'll read on. This looks pretty fun.
At the core of any myth is a true story. But once a story comes to bear the hopes and dreams of an entire people, fantastical fictions inevitably become mixed in with the truth. But in my view, the truth of our myths is not important. Still, I will stride the golden sands, my heart yearning for the light of dawn. Whether with or without the blessing of the gods, I will always be the guardian who protects my people.
I imagine you'll want to keep fighting soon. Do you want a bite to eat first? You know you love my cooking. You should never work on an empty stomach. More importantly, a proper meal will put you in a good mood, and you'll handle yourself better in a crisis. Here, some chopsticks for ya. Don't be shy now. Dig in.
Let's get it on!
This'll brighten up the place.
And voila! Here comes the finale.
You're dead, mate! Look alive!
Ready, go! Don't be scared. Fresh and floral.
Now disappear! Let's get this show on the road!
Buckle up! Gloves off! That rabble we fought sure picked the wrong crew to mess with. I'd say they won't make that mistake again. But we already made sure of that. With my skills and experience on your team, they don't stand a chance, no matter what they throw at us. I don't have eyes in the back of my head, though, so just make sure you got my back.
I've always felt that a library full of books is just like a shelf full of perfumes. It's worth taking the time to study and appreciate each one until you find the one that's perfect for you. That experience of holding on to hope as you search for the one, it's a beautiful thing, worth treasuring.
Two questions. Have you got a moment? And if so, would you like to see a magic trick? Consider it a rehearsal, or simply a little light entertainment to lift the mood. Which deck of cards shall I go with? Ah, yes, this one suits the occasion.
You look tired. Do you need to take a rest? If you're feeling peckish, I've brought some fried radish balls. I made them before we came here. Try to take life at a slower pace. It's good for your health.
We shall prevail!
Action at the flame!
Yield! Buckle up! You're dead meat! Do your worst!
Let's ride! Let's shred, Sharky!
Yield! A round of applause! Hear my prayer!
Faster!
You go ahead and get some rest. I want to survey this area first. We need to get some sort of security system in place, just in case of a surprise attack. Oh yeah, I'm guessing you've got all your essential supplies on you. If you're going to put them down, make sure it's somewhere everyone can see them. Oh, you want to come with me? Sure, that'll save us some time. All right, come with me and stick close.
The challenges this domain poses are, after all, no matter pre-departure ritual.
I'm sure Fremine would love this book collection. He's someone who really sees the truth in fairy tales and believes in the world of childhood wonder they're set in. I do understand the way he thinks, but the fairy tale of childhood is nothing but a distant memory to me now.
I just had a brief look around. I quite like that hat on the coat rack. It's a nice color, and pretty stylish, too. I would have quite liked to try it on if this was a marketplace. But since it probably counts as lost property, I'll have to be content to admire it from afar.
This'll brighten up the place.
Clouds hide. The birds call. Into the wind.
La la la.
A little ambiance.
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Jumpy Dumpty Toad! Eat this!
Fresh and floral.
As one with wind and cloud. Wind strider.
Neutralize.
How big do the monsters here get? Maybe even bigger than the highest tree in the Whispering Woods? Anyway, there's no need to worry. I made an even bigger bomb! Da-da-da! Clee to the rescue! Clearing the way for Mr. Honorary Knight!
There are many reasons why a samurai might draw their blade, but the principle is always the same. To do what they know in their heart is right. Though we walk a perilous path where powerful foes face us at every turn, and though I cannot sense what lies at its end, I tread onwards with no fear in my heart. My mind is at ease, for I tread this path in your company.
I've always felt that a library full of books, it's worth taking that experience.
Are you tired? I know a trick that works great. Imagine all the enemies you're facing as delicious ingredients. With all that tender, delicious-smelling food nearby, doesn't it just give you a big burst of energy? Huh? Hard to imagine. Maybe it's just me then.
fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Scatter!
Nice and spicy.
Clouds high, the birds call, wind strike.
Go get it, Bugler! You're up!
Defract! Here you are.
You're toast!
As one with wind and cloud, wind strike.
Ready, go! Stay put!
The process of elimination.
Boba, get them!
Clouds high, the birds call.
Go get it, Bugler! Don't be scared!
Defract!
Out of the frying pan!
As one with wind and cloud, wind strike.
Eat this!
The process of elimination.
You look tired. If you're feeling packed, try to take... Only a handful of my more experimental dishes have made it onto the Wanmin restaurant menu. In most cases, it's because I think the texture isn't quite right, or the flavor needs a lot more work. But that doesn't mean I'm about to give up. I know there are tasty dishes out there waiting to be discovered, and I'll find them sooner or later.
During my days as a wanderer, if I came upon a beautiful view and was feeling in a poetic mood, I'd stop to compose a few lines. I once thought about writing an anthology of my poems and leaving it on a shelf so I could share with others the way I felt when my eyes first met those wonderful sights. But when I looked back at the drivel I'd written, I gave up on the idea. I'm sure other travelers will get that same sense of peace from the natural world as I did, if it's meant to be.
Rest time, you say? Then let's give our vocal cords a rest. Grab some coffee, and spend some time thinking about the things you're usually too busy for.
Diffract! Here you are. Well now.
Dumpy Dumpty go! Allow me!
Flipper. Process of elimination. Bow your head.
Hold the line!
Here you are. Scatter.
Dumpy Dumpty go!
Diffract!
Silence! Let the mighty be humbled! Bow your head.
Boing, boing, boom!
Here you are. The process of elimination.
I used to use my rest time to review documents, but, well, that was when we were at war. Given that there's no time pressure here, I prefer to take things at a slower pace and make sure to rest and recover my energy in between battles. After all, exhaustion is one of the deadliest enemies you can encounter on the battlefield. Mr. Honorary Knight, guess what I found? Loads of stories that Mommy used to read to me. Whenever I shouted out, "No, we can't let that happen," Mommy would give me a pen and paper and let me finish the rest of the story myself. By climbing through the window, or popping out from a nearby bush, or coming down from a tree, I always found a way to bring Todoko into the story.
Having a challenging mid to long-term goal is a good thing. This applies equally to combat, job seeking, and the pursuit of knowledge. But what people get out of achieving their goal depends on the individual.
This is not the first battle, nor will it be the last. The battle must go on until the moment you have reached your goal. This is a test of endurance, quality I find most admirable in those who possess it. Working a job requires endurance too. Yes, quite true, quite true.
I charge a higher rate to meet outside the office.
Stay close and you will live.
Quietly now.
Torn to oblivion!
Game's up. Phone's over. Gotcha.
Incinerate! Rest and rebuild!
Now you shall perish!
Busted. You are about to get sent.
Time for your arraignment! Boom boom!
Quietly now.
Allow me!
Torn to oblivion!
There are real people and real events out there that are more incredible than anything you'll find in fiction. Shame no one will ever be allowed to write a book about it. Curious? What if I told you that the things I'm referring to, no one will ever be allowed to talk about either? Okay, we can chat about something that isn't top secret information if you want, but we'll still have to go somewhere a little more private.
Do you think that the way fairy tales end is just whimsical? Or do you think the writers put a lot of thought into it?
Because if you read them from the point of view of trying to identify what each character symbolically represents, you find a lot of very deep metaphors. Still, in order to verify my hypothesis and see if it stands up to scrutiny, I need to do some historical and cultural research. Maybe I could borrow some of these materials here so I can do a deep dive later.
It's not often that I have the chance to take a rest before the battle is truly over. I keep asking myself, can I really afford to take a rest yet? And if there are still monsters that have not yet been vanquished, the answer is no. I cannot stop now. You'd like to join me in a moment of meditation? Oh, all right. Close your eyes. Now, join me in turning your gaze inward, to the deepest part of your being.
There are so many different kinds of enemies here. We have to think carefully about how to allocate our troops. If you'd like, I can help you analyze the situation and make some strategic suggestions. Or I could even write a few directives for you. Of course, whether or not they get used, well, that'll be your decision.
Statue will see you now.
Remember, this is nothing.
Motion to compel.
Be sanctified.
Inazuma shines eternal!
A bitter pill to swallow.
Inadmissible evidence! Boom!
Burn to oblivion!
Mind the side effects.
Incinerate!
Shine down!
Huni, what were you thinking, going out by yourself? Don't you know how dangerous it is?
It's okay. Toba helped me. And we met some kind strangers who helped us, and...
Kind strangers? What made you so sure they were so kind, huh? Oh, I suppose they had kind stranger written on their foreheads?
Yeah, actually, they did. In big, bold letters.
Don't talk back to me. The Mountain King problem still hasn't been solved. What would I do if I lost you too? No dinner for you tonight.
They were good people, Dad. Dinner or no dinner. Hello again, Huni. It's Miss Paimon and Mr. Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me. And I promised we'd take care of them if they came to visit.
Oh, so you're the kind strangers. Well, I'm Trinidad. Apparently, you helped my daughter today, so if there's anything you need, just ask. As an elder of the Scions of the Canopy, I've got some influence around here. Now, I trust that you're sensible people who know better than to take advantage of their host's generosity. $1,000,000 Mora. At least you're a straight shooter. I can respect that much.
Dad, please! They're not bad people. They've eaten at the same table with Kanich before. Be nice to them.
Kanich? Wait! I heard that two mysterious travelers from afar showed up at the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Are they you?
And Paimon's the other.
I do apologize. A lot's been going on in our tribe lately, and I suppose the pressure must be getting to me. I can't believe I was so rude to you. I feel ashamed. We got off on the wrong foot. Can we, start over?
Oh, now we're talking. Seriously, though, don't worry about it. Already forgotten. We're just happy to see Huni got home safe and sound.
Oh, you just arrived, I take it, and it would be my honor to give you a hero's welcome tonight.
Careful now, that's quite an about face. We've heard that kind of thing can lead to spontaneous combustion around these parts.
My dear traveler, you are very perceptive indeed. Go inside now, Huni. Dad's got some important business to discuss.
Okay, look after Mr. Traveler and Miss Paimon. They're very special guests. Well, we'll hear you out, but we can't make any promises that we'll be able to help.
Well, this is a matter of utmost importance. Please, allow me to explain. For many years, our tribe has celebrated the Turnfire Night. It is a traditional ceremony among the Scions of the Canopy in which we remember our ancestor, Burkina, and his companion, Kangamato, the Mountain King. Burkina was a hero who bore the ancient name Malipo, and Kangamato was a powerful Yumkasor warrior. Together, they fought against the Abyss. They were victorious, but it came at a great cost. Rakina paid with his life. The Mountain King survived, but was contaminated by the Abyss, and he remains in hibernation to this day. Normally, Yum-Kassors never live longer than a century. It is possible that the Abyssal Power is responsible for his unnaturally long lifespan. Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. The abyssal power inside him is highly sensitive, and when it is disturbed, he awakens and flies into a blind rage, attacking anything that moves. So, besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year is cleansing the abyssal power inside the Mountain King so that he will remain sound asleep. However, Abyss-related incidents have been on the rise in Natlan lately, as I'm sure you're both aware. As a result, it has become increasingly difficult to keep the Mountain King in hibernation. Only 5 months have passed since the last Turnfire Night, and he's already showing signs of instability.
Has he woken up again?
He has. We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony right away, but it was a close call. He could reawaken at any moment. Also, he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana, during the ceremony. She became contaminated by the Abyss as a result, and...
We heard. Such a tragedy. We're really sorry for your loss.
Yes, and Nana wasn't the first. Anyway, right now we're preparing for an exceptional Turnfire Night ceremony, and we need to find a suitable flame bearer. From what I've heard about your adventures, I believe you would be perfect for the role. Of course. Plus, he's a bona fide hero who inherited the Malipo name.
Oh, you mean Kanich?
Yes, he's the one. A hero, worth his weight in gold. And unfortunately for us, he's all too aware of that. No prizes for guessing what he said when I asked him to host a Turnfire Night outside of the annual schedule. An exceptional ceremony? Oh, I'll have to charge an exceptional price. I swear, no other concept exists in that boy's brain. I'm not the one to usually talk about people behind their backs, but I'm convinced the Wyab got hit on the head and took a wrong turn the day it chose to give that ancient name to him. I mean, have you ever heard of a hero whose mantra is, "What's your asking price?" Oh, and don't get me started on that insufferable Ahau he hangs around with. Thinks he's God's gift to mankind. Pompous fool.
Yeah, Paimon has to agree on that last part.
Anyway, the fact is, the ceremony can just as easily be done without him as long as we can find someone else. And besides, you two seem like much better candidates. So, what do you think? Well, you'll gain the respect and friendship of the Scions of the Canopy. Something no amount of Mora can buy. Wonderful! I can't thank you enough. Huni was right about you. You have kindness in your hearts. Come with me to the other side of the mountain. I'll bring you up to speed on each step of the ceremony. As experienced warriors, I'm sure you'll pick it up in no time.
horses! Who dares insult the great Kahula How behind his back?
Oh, great Kahula How, bless you!
Shut your filthy mouth, worm of the abyss! Your putrid words defile the air we breathe. You make the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, sick to the stomach!
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ears. Exactly the kind of reaction we're going for. But on a personal level, I gotta say, it's pretty hurtful.
Ugh! Never have we heard such brazen blustering from someone who is inches from death! Up yours, Four Eyes! We spit in your face! Pfft.
Okay, well, that I am at a loss to explain. How do I manage to stay so chirpy and cheerful? I can only guess it's some kind of powerful magic. But I digress. Mr. Kinich, I admit it, you, sir, are a legendary hunter. Still, the only reason you caught me is that I was reluctant to run away. You see, I'm very interested in the lore of your tribe.
Kay?
Is that it? Kay? Aren't you intrigued to know what it is about you guys that prompted a visit from the Abyss? It's the extreme sports! The other day, I narrowly avoided getting hit by a very brave soul who just leaped off a cliff. I think you call it bungee jumping? Anyway, I was very impressed. That is what I call embracing the spirit of adventure. Look, I even did a painting inspired by the bravery and freedom of the scions of the canopy.
You scum-sucking swine! Ugh, I swear, if you go bungee jumping, it'll be without a rope! Head first off the tallest cliff, with a band of hunters on your tail, and nowhere left to run, and a bottomless cesspit waiting for you on the ground.
You say that, but I get the sense that Mr. Kinich isn't planning to take my life right now. On top of that, I'm tired of spying on you from afar. So why don't we just negotiate a comfortable operating distance that works for both of us? I've heard that the most important thing in human relationships is to respect each other's boundaries. What do you say, Mr. Kinich?
Or you could tell me what it is you're really after.
What?
And then I'll name my price.
The abyss contamination is back. No surprises there. No doubt that explains the Mountain King's recent activity. See those torches over there? Those are the Sacred Flame offshoots that we requested from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. They contain the power of the Pyro Archon.
Are you saying that the Sacred Flame and the Turnfire are the same thing?
Well, for ceremonial purposes, at least. Sending someone to the Night Kingdom to retrieve the legendary Turnfire isn't exactly an option. More to the point, though, the Sacred Flame is able to burn away abyssal filth, so that's why we use it in the ceremony.
Gotcha! So basically, we just need to clean up the filth with the Sacred Flame.
Well, that's one part of it, yes, but the complete ceremony is a bit more complicated than that. First, the flame bearer must collect a kindling of the sacred flame from the starting point, then use a grappling hook to fly up into the sky and light each of the sacred flame pillars. Then, they must go down into the canyon, all the way into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, lighting braziers and the final altar along the way. The most skilled flame bearers can accomplish all of this without touching the ground once. As much as I hate to admit it, Kanich is capable of this.
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground? Well, of course Paimon can. It'd be much harder for you guys.
Well, don't worry. It's not a requirement of the ceremony. You're allowed to touch the ground. The only thing you're not allowed to do is turn back. The flame bearer must always keep moving forward. You can't skip a pillar, then come back to it after lighting the next one. To do so would be to disrespect our ancestors.
So, what actually happens if you do turn back? Surely the fires don't just go out.
If you're not careful, you might get burned.
What about today then? Does the same rule apply?
Oh no, don't worry. Today is just a practice. The order doesn't matter. You just need to take the sacred flame, cleanse the filth, then go light all the braziers. Are you ready? I'll repeat all the key points again. Gather the kindling, cleanse the filth, and light all the braziers. I'll wait for you at the end.
Let's use this kindling to complete our mission. There's abyssal filth over there. Let's burn it away should be all the braziers. Let's regroup with Trinidad.
I knew I was right about you. You have outperformed all of the other previous candidates. If there was an ancient name for outstanding flame bearers, I'm sure the Wyab would consider you for the honor.
Yeah, although it would probably take Paimon quite a bit longer.
All right, now there's still a few days left until the ceremony, and I should probably get back so I can inform the chief and the other elders that I have found the flame bearer we need.
Oh, you mean they've still got to sign off on it?
Some of them are still hoping we can come to an agreement with Kanich, but that's only because they haven't seen you in action. Still, I'm the one responsible for securing a flame bearer, and my recommendation is you.
Just for Paimon's own peace of mind, are you sure it's not going to be a problem having Outlanders take on such an important role in your ceremony?
See that place over there? There was a time, long before the age of Burkina and the Mountain King, when we, Scions of the Canopy, called that our home. After a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away. Now, it has become a place where our youths go to develop courage and kindle a spirit of adventure. If we fail to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King at bay, it might not be long before we have to move again and find a new home. So, to answer your question, I think everyone will agree that you are the right choice.
Fair enough. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
I'll need you to drop by my place at some point before the ceremony, if that's all right. There are still a few final details that we need to discuss.
Okay, see you later then.
You have my gratitude.
We've helped out with a lot of other local festivals before, but this one feels a little different. Anyway, let's take a break before heading back to Trinidad's place.
bitter pill to swallow.
A moment, please.
Boing, boing, boom! The doctor will see.
Go!